Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're on Alpine Trails by 64, and yeah, it's like Christmassy kind of vibes. We're only in, well, nearly October. We've got to try and just figure out how we get to the finish line. I assume this is the way that you get to it, since this is literally the line from the pits. Right, finish line there. Right, let's just make sure we're going to go the right way. I think he said there was two different ways or two different versions or something like that to go through, but we're going to stick to this version, doing a lap of the track. But yeah, I think, speaking of tracks, something could be coming up, not soon, I don't think, as I've literally started it yesterday. But I'm trying to make my own track. So those of you that have been saying, when am I going to make my own track, when are we going to get a track from me? I'm trying. I'm going to try and make my own track with the help of Callum. He was helping me a little bit last night as well. And yeah, I don't know, I was going to start with a local of mine, which is Waits Cone. And I wanted to do that, but the elevation, everything on that is really hard to do. Apparently for a first time, like doing elevation, everything like that, it's kind of a hilly track. So yeah, I've changed it to another track. I'm not going to say what track it is just yet. I'll mention it closer to the time. But it is going to be an American track. We're going to do the loop turn one. But yeah, it's going to be an American track, and the goal is to try and get it onto the shop. That's the goal. I don't mind it going on mods, obviously, but I want to try and put a lot of time into it and try and make it shop worthy. And I'm just going to try it. I'm going to see what it's like. If not, then I'll put it on mods, but I do want it to be on shop, so I want to try and make it shop worthy and just try and make it really, really good. I don't really know whether I want it to be really easy, if I want it to be difficult. I'm planning on doing it like half difficult, so doing it kind of rough to the point where you kind of have to think while you're riding, but it isn't going to be like super difficult. Like it's not going to be like a full-blown national kind of track or anything like that. But yeah, I think I'm going to just try and make it like a practicey kind of feel, like ruts, bumps and all that, but it isn't going to be like a full-blown national track, like really difficult. It's a track that hasn't been done in over a year, so there's only one version of this track in the game, and there's nothing on the shop about it, and there's only one track on mod, so we're going to go this way because why not? We're going off track now. But yeah, there's only been one version in the game of this track, so hopefully I can make it like an updated kind of version and just make it really fun. Like that is literally the goal. I've been asked a lot to do my own track. People have asked me loads of times to try and make my own track. I wanted to do like an AMXB compound, but I thought for my first ever track I'm gonna keep it to a replica for now until I get better. Then I'll go the way of doing my own fantasy tracks. Let's just go this way. We're just gonna ride around, find our own little lines. Don't really think there's like a plan or anything for this track. There's different trails, everything like that. But yeah, we're still on the KTM, still on the 450, still got the Yami model on. And yeah, we're in the Lithium 2025 FXR game, which is very nice. Nations coming up on Saturday, which is nice, and we've got the new FIFA coming out on Friday as well, so a few things to look forward to. And then we've got the Real Life Nations coming up the week after, next week, I think it actually is. It's gone very quick. I remember buying the ticket about 2 months ago, and I thought, yeah, we've got ages yet, and now it's, it's next week. These jumps are quite funny. They're not like proper jumps, they're just sort of like lips. Oh no, we're not making this corner. Yeah, looking forward to Bikes Nations, looking forward to Real Life Nations. I think it's going to be fun. But yeah, back to the track. I'm trying to make it by, I don't really know. I'm not setting myself a date. I'm not setting myself like a time limit to when it needs to be done or anything like that. I'm not rushing this track. I don't want to rush this track. I want it to be really good. Like I said, shop worthy. So I'm not going to rush it. I'd like to get it out either just before Nations or after Nations, because I'm willing to grind it out. I'm willing to, I got, what is it today? Wednesday as I'm recording this, I believe it is. Is it Wednesday today? Yeah, Wednesday as I'm recording this, and we've got until Thursday, I think, next week is when I'm going. So a week of me basically grinding out the track, which isn't a long time to make a track by any means whatsoever. But if it comes to a point where it feels rushed and I don't think it's ready, then I won't release. Obviously, like I've got no deadline for it or anything like that. But I'd like to just get it out for Nations time. because that way, if I have a 4-day break, because I'm going Nations Thursday to Sunday, I believe it is, so that'll be 4 days of nothing. I want to sort of stay in the flow and have the mindset of wanting to grind it out. I feel like having like 4 days off, I'd have to try and force myself to get back into the grind of it again. And you know, you got all this stuff in your mind on like what you want to do to it, what you want to add. Yeah, and I feel like 4 days away from it will kind of make me forget what I want to kind of do. But if it comes to the point where I don't feel like it's ready, I'm not happy with, you know, how it's come out and it's not ready to be released yet, then I'll sort of just write down everything I want to add when I get back, basically. But yeah, you might see a track from me by the end of the month, beginning of October, or if not, then just kind of expect it a few weeks or so after Nations. But yeah, like I said, don't want to rush it, don't want to try and just throw a track out there for the sake of it. My first ever track, I want it to be really, really good, I want it to be enjoyable. I'm not setting my expectations way too high, as in like I want it to take over the bikes community and everyone on it, but I just want, you know, loads of people to download it, people to enjoy it, and a track we can use streams as well. I do need to do some more streams. I've just really not been in the mindset to stream. I'll be completely honest, I'm not going to sit here and say I've not had time. I've had time to do it, I've just not been in the mindset to do it. It hasn't excited me to get on and stream, you know. There's no new tracks or anything that I've been really hyped to sort of race or any sort of, I don't know, when there's no aerial races, I don't go into bike mode, I turn it off, if that makes sense. I do other things, play other games, I do things like, you know, things I have to take too serious. I've been starting to play Siege again, been playing some Fortnite again, just been doing some free ride as well on bikes. Like, there's loads of things I've been doing other than like grinding out bikes, and obviously Nations qualifiers coming up. I don't know if I'm going backwards, but I'm just choosing different trails. But I don't know, I'm just enjoying the game for what it is and not grinding too much. And obviously Nations coming up, the Nations qualifier, I'm against Tyler, so I haven't really been taking it that seriously, I'll be completely honest. So it's not really like I've been grinding for the Nations spot either. The only thing I actually start grinding for is probably after Nations qualifier for SMX. That's probably the next thing I actually be grinding for. But yeah, I think other than that, just enjoying the time off we have. You know, you only really get a few weeks off. I know it's a game at the end of the day, but it's very draining racing every single Friday, because, you know, you want to play the game during the week, you want to grind a little bit, you want to get better, feel improvement. But yeah, when you got the time off and you got the weeks off, just enjoy it. Like, I'm just been playing other games, been doing other things, playing with some old mates as well, some real life mates. So yeah, I've just been having fun, just enjoying life. Yeah, the Nations US team, the real life team, it's been, I don't know what's been going on with that, but they have been like changing riders around left, right and centre just because of all these injuries that are happening. So I believe Tomac is now stepping in for Chase Sexton as he has a hand injury, I think it was. Obviously Webb is doing 250, which is crazy. Apparently there's a few rumours that Deegan's doing the 250 instead, but one, I think he would have announced it by now, as it's literally next week, and two, I'm pretty sure they've already shipped Cooper Webb's bike. Obviously they have to ship the factory bikes over from America, so they've probably done that maybe 3 weeks ago, that they probably shipped that. So I think last chance we would have heard if anyone was changing was probably going to be about 2 weeks ago. If anything changes now, then who knows? I don't even know how they're going to get Tomac's bike over there. They better do some fast-ass shipping and pay extra to get that thing over there, because there's no doubt they'll have to keep, you know, they'll have to bring stuff with them, and maybe they'll just have obviously the big semi drivers and everything like that bring some stuff over as well. I assume they bring them. Just depends on pit space really, doesn't it? But I'm sure, you know, I'm sure Mally has the pit space to put some semis in. But yeah, I'm hoping GB can do well. GB have a solid team. Conrad just needs to ride well and see if he can pull some podiums out. Tommy Searle as well, if he can bring out some podiums as well, that would be nice. Not podiums, I don't really see him getting a podium, not gonna lie. But if he can get some solid top 10s, like within the top 8, I think that would really get us a good shot at top 10. I just want them to get a top 10 overall. You know, we've been really, really struggling the last few years at Nations, so I just want them to get a top 10 overall. I think I'll be content with that. But yeah, I think US are going to do well. Netherlands have a strong team. Belgium have a strong team. Germany have a decently strong team as well. So yeah, I think Nations this year is going to be really, really sick to watch. I'm really, really looking forward to it, which is cool. Going to get some FXR stuff, I think, as well, to represent FXR while we're there at Nations. And yeah, just do my part. Not, you know, my part, as in walking around with an FXR top on. Like, I don't really do much of the brand. I just wear it in a game and wear it when I go to most motocross meetings, to be completely honest. But yeah, I think that will do it from me. Not a super long video, for being honest. I'm really in that mindset to get like track building going. So yeah, I'm just gonna, I think, grind out some track building for the next few days. And yeah, maybe you guys will see a track from me in the next few weeks. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching. If you guys do want to get this track, it's completely free on Ericsson Mods. And yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace.